Facebook's CEO is answering tough questions tonight on NewsLink Indiana, why Mark Zuckerberg is in the hot seat defending his company before Congress.
And a local grocery store makes plans to undergo major renovations, all a part of a company-wide effort. What store plans to freshen up their look? That and more coming up.
Cool temperatures across the state right now, but a warm-up is on the way. When to expect that warm-up in my full forecast.
From Ball State Unified Media, this is NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Tony Sandlaben.
And I'm Zoe DeWiggins. Welcome to NewsLink Indiana. We begin tonight as Facebook's CEO Mark Zuckerberg finishes his first day on Capitol.
The time has come for Mark Zuckerberg to defend his company before Congress and explain how it's protecting its users' privacy.
We didn't take a broad enough view of our responsibility, and that was a big mistake. And it was my mistake, and I'm sorry. I started Facebook, I run it, and I'm responsible for what happens here.
The Facebook CEO kicked off a two-day session on Capitol Hill, today testifying before the Senate Judiciary and Commerce Committees. The stakes couldn't be higher for Zuckerberg and Facebook after revelations that the personal data of as many as 87 million users was improperly obtained by the firm Cambridge Analytica. That data was used to develop methods to potentially influence voters. The Trump campaign hired Cambridge Analytica in 2016.
It's not enough to just give people control over their information. We need to make sure that the developers they share it with protect their information too.
Lawmakers were blunt with the 33-year-old billionaire.
This should be a wake-up call for the tech community. If you and other social media companies do not get your act in order, none of us are going to have any privacy anymore.
This issue expands beyond just Facebook, as several social media platforms gather and share the personal data of its users. But the question is whether companies like Facebook can and should do a better job disclosing how that data is shared and how these third-party companies are funded.
It will take some time to work through all the changes we need to make across the company, but I'm committed to getting this right.
On Capitol Hill, I'm Natasha Chen.
Zuckerberg will be back before the committee Wednesday for more questioning.
President Trump is still enraged tonight over the office raid of personal counsel to the president. Pamela Brown reports.
In the days since the raid on Michael Cohen's office and hotel room, we've learned the FBI wasn't just looking for records about payments to porn star Stormy Daniels, but also documents on a deal between former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal and the owners of the National Enquirer to buy and bury her story about her alleged affair with Trump. An affair the White House denies.
The president's been clear. He's addressed this several times. I don't have anything else to add.
We've also learned the raid included a request for documents related to Cohen's ownership of New York City taxi medallions. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, who was nominated by Trump, had to sign off on the raid.
Are you thinking about firing Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein?
Trump wouldn't answer questions today, instead taking to Twitter to declare attorney-client privilege is dead and to call the investigation, led by his own Justice Department, a witch hunt.
It's a disgrace. It's frankly a real disgrace. It's an attack on our country in a true sense. It's an attack on what we all stand for.
Trump also again publicly turning on his Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who has the power to fire Special Counsel Robert Mueller, but recuse himself from the Russia investigation.
The Attorney General made a terrible mistake when he did this and when he recused himself, or he should have certainly let us know if he was going to recuse himself, and we would have put a different Attorney General in.
And firing a warning shot to Mueller himself.
Why don't I just fire Mueller? Well, I think it's a disgrace what's going on. We'll see what happens, but I think it's really a sad situation when you look at what happened. And many people have said you should fire him.
The threat of firing Mueller has leaders in the president's own party sending warnings of their own.
I think that would be a mistake.
He should be allowed to finish the job he was appointed to do.
I think it would be suicide for the president to fire him.
But when asked today if the president believes he has the power to fire Mueller, the White House said this.
Certainly believes he has the power to do so.
With Trump's anger at a boiling point, news of the president's hastily canceled trip to South America and the departure of Homeland Security Advisor Tom Bossert, a source telling CNN there is a deep sense of anxiety and uncertainty in the West Wing as aides wonder what's next. CNN has learned Bossert was pushed out by newly installed National Security Advisor John Bolton, just days after an appearance on television on behalf of the administration.
I think the president's got a point that's been very clear, and I'm going to reiterate that point.
With his departure, nearly half of top-level staff inside Trump's White House has turned over, according to a Brookings Institution study.
We now know the names of those involved in a crash Monday on Interstate 69. 49-year-old Roscoe Murray died after investigators say he failed to see stop traffic and rear-ended an empty semi-tanker. Murray later died after being transported to St. Vincent Hospital in Indianapolis. Semi-tanker driver Darian Bond of Illinois was also taken to St. Vincent with non-life-threatening injuries. The crash closed the southbound lane near mile marker 22 for several hours.
We're learning more tonight on the White County man who disappeared nearly 3 weeks ago. White County Sheriff's deputies found the body of 34-year-old Daniel Lips of Monticello in Lake Schaefer early Tuesday morning. A fisherman found the body floating in the water. Lips was one of 2 people found unresponsive earlier in March inside a rural White County home. The Sheriff's Department says at the time of the March incident, Lips ran from the home. The other was transported to a hospital.
A local grocery store is getting a major renovation. The Aldi on Madison Street is expected to undergo a $1.2 million remodel and expansion. That campus is already more than 19,000 square feet and will add another 1,900 square feet. This is all part of a $1.6 billion plan to renovate 1,300 stores by 2020. The plan also includes future renovations to the McGalliard Road location.
Early voting for Indiana's primary election begins today. From now until May 7th, Hoosier voters can cast their ballot in person at the county clerk's office or request an absentee ballot by mail. Requests can now be made online on the Indiana Voters website at indianavoters.in.gov. Voting for the 2018 primary election will begin May 8th.
Well, Zoe, let's hope lines don't necessarily go out into cold weather once those elections really do start ramping up.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that spring starts eventually here.
It's April, and we had snow a couple of days ago, and freezing cold temperatures today.
I know, I'm tired of it. I can't deal with any more
well,
of it.
maybe there's some relief in this forecast. Peyton Domsky, what do you have for us?
You know, Tony and Zoe, I am right with you. I'm ready for spring, but right now we are still seeing these cooler temperatures across the state right now. In Indianapolis, 38 degrees, up in Kokomo, 36, and in Lafayette, you are feeling 38 degrees. And as the night progresses, we're only going to see those dip down even lower. Current wind chills making it feel a little chillier out there, 33 degrees in Indianapolis, 40 down in Bloomington, and 36 in Terre Haute. Overall, a chilly night in store for us, but we have only seen very little difference from here 24 hours ago. Yesterday, only 2 degrees average across the state of Indiana in difference with yesterday, but we will be seeing a warm-up in store, and what to expect. That warm-up will be in store this week, coming up in my full forecast, along with next rain chances and those cool air temperatures returning to the area.
All right, thanks, Peyton. Muncie libraries are celebrating National Library Week in their own special way. Coming up, we'll tell you how you can be a part of the fun and even learn a little about your family history.
And with summer right around the corner, Ball State has some summer job opportunities. Find out how you can dive into a job. Stay with us.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I've just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Muncie Public Libraries are celebrating the 60th National Library Week. They want the public to explore, discover, imagine, and create by going to their 4 branches.
Find a record of one of your ancestors.
I bet you have. We're always, we always know our. We're doing this year having open house at each of our 4 branches, our 4 locations in the Muncie area.
At Carnegie Library, people can check out the architecture, local history sections and fill out their family tree. The MPL wants to promote Library Week during this week. They want to promote library use and support during this week. Tomorrow, Kennedy Library is having their open house from 5 to 7. For more information, you can visit munciepubliclibrary.org.
While fall scheduling has just begun for Ball State students, scheduling for summer courses is already in full swing. And
that is just one practice simulation from Ball State's lifeguard certification class. In just one class, students had 8 different practice scenarios on how to save a drowning adult, resuscitate an unbreathing baby. For student Sam Shodel, this course gives a lot more than just the average lifeguard training course.
I think this is the most extensive class that I've ever had when it comes to the lifeguarding skills, and I'm retaining the skills and rescues a lot better than I have in previous classes.
Although many aquatics majors and minors take summer courses in order to graduate early, coordinator of aquatic degrees Leland Yager says that these classes have a benefit to other students too.
Other students on campus can get into these courses as well, and they count as general elective credit, or if they're looking for certifications to get a summer job, this is a great way to earn a bunch of certifications.
These certifications can be earned in just 8 days and include those for lifeguard, lifeguard instructor, water safety instructor, and certified pool operator. In addition to these certifications, there are additional classes in open water scuba, camp waterfront administration, and special topics in aquatics.
These compressed 8-day classes do not interfere with spring or first summer term classes, and students may take up to 6 credits between May 7th and May 13th here at Llewellyn Pool.
According to student Cody Asher, even those with lifeguarding experience can gain something out of the certification classes.
For me, already being a lifeguard, it's a good refresher to learn all the new updates that have come with the Red Cross, and it helps me make sure I can help out and teach the newer kids and all that to do the best that they can.
For aquatics major Hannah Christie, it means hands-on techniques.
I'm getting a lot of vital skills that I could use out in the field, which is really great.
The 8-day courses still give students the same number of contact hours with faculty as a 16-week spring or fall semester course, just in a condensed amount of time. In Muncie, Connor Miller, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Centers for Disease Control says that more than 100,000 people are rescued by U.S. lifeguards each year, and the need for lifeguards at public pools across the U.S. is on the rise. Now, Peyton, I know you told us a little bit about that warmer weather coming up, but I hope you've got more for us that spring is really coming.
You know, we will see we have seen clouds across our area today as well as some sunlight, but we will see this get even colder and warm up into tomorrow as well.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Well, I think there was maybe a peep of sunshine today, but it was just a lot of clouds, a lot of cooler temperatures for sure.
I'm hoping that sunshine stays around because I really can't take the winter anymore. I need spring to finally be here.
You know, I'm exactly with you. I want spring right here and right now. And we're going to be seeing these spring-like temperatures work into our area, but right now, over actually the past 10 hours over McKinley Avenue, we did see some sunshine peek through those clouds today, but as the days progressed, we have only seen clouds. And right now we're still seeing actually nothing above radar except some high level clouds within our area, so nothing to impact your evening. We will stay dry overall, but we were well below that average. Today we only hit a high of 42 degrees, well below the average mark of 59 degrees and well below the record set back in 2001 of 84 degrees. Now as across the state, we will see those temperatures remain 38 degrees in Indianapolis, 36 degrees up in Kokomo, and a little chillier up in Fort Wayne. You guys are feeling 35 degrees. Now, as the night progresses, those temperatures will drive down even farther. We're going to see those temperatures go down to 31 degrees here. Note those winds, though, keeping it relatively chilly, and we're going to be seeing that throughout the day tomorrow. Waking up right here around 9 a.m., we're seeing those conditions right here at 40 degrees to start off your workday, but you might want to retire that winter jacket for tomorrow and break out the windbreaker because those winds will be staying rather prevalent throughout the day tomorrow, and we will actually be seeing a high of 59 tomorrow. So some more sunshine, but with that sunshine, we are actually going to be seeing some clouds work in and the potential for a scattered shower here or two. We're going to be seeing right here at 10 p.m. most of these outlying clouds stick within the state of Illinois, and these will be coming into the state of Indiana right here around 2 a.m., mostly impacting the Fort Wayne area, but we can outlie a few scattered showers here and there. This will move out by Thursday morning for your commute to work. The sunshine will be over area for Thursday, but we will see this trend continue in temperature. We're going to see 70 degrees we will reach here on Thursday and 73 degrees here on Friday. So well above that average of 60 degrees, and those spring temperatures will be with us. See, we're going to be seeing a dip in temperature though Friday into Saturday as those rain chances pick up and this next system works into our area. We're going to be seeing a cold front move in overnight on Friday into Saturday, making Saturday rather wet. Breaking this down for you right here at 1 a.m. we're seeing most of this rain activity stick again within the state of Illinois, and this will be working its way into Indiana right here by 7 a.m., taking up the majority of the state as well as our viewing area here in Muncie. Nothing to note right now in accumulation, but we are tracking this rather closely as this rain will stick through the area right here by 6 p.m., still within our viewing area, impacting any Saturday plans with you as your weekend starts off. Now the 7-day looks to be a nice one, a little bit of a roller coaster, also windy. Again, 70 degrees on Thursday, 73 degrees on Friday, and we're going to be seeing that rain work right back into our area come the work week, and 44 degrees will start us off on Monday. Again, I know not the outcome we wanted with these warmer temperatures, but maybe winter will be back into play once again.
Well, you know what? We'll take those weekend warmer temperatures for sure. Thank you so much, Peyton. Josh, what's coming up in sports?
Well, we take a look at a French golfer's success on the Ball State women's golf team and which Ball State basketball coach is leaving Ball State. That and more after the break.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With a unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
And welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josh Shelton with sports. Ball State sophomore Manon Tunalum has had a hot start her first 2 years as a Cardinal. NewsLink Indiana's Sam Matlin has more on the sophomore's success.
To her family back home in France, she's known as Manon, but to her teammates here in America, she's known as Mamie. Manon Tunalum is originally from over 4,000 miles away. She came to America for her studies and for golf. The reason she started golfing in the first place was because of her father.
My dad kind of introduced me to golf, and I've always been used to him to like follow me around on the course. So yeah, I miss him, and I miss my mom too as well, and yeah, I just can't wait to see them.
Last year she was named Freshman of the Year in the MAC, and last week she was named Ball State Sports Athlete of the Week. But she mentioned to me she tries not to get all caught up in the accolades and focuses on her game.
I just try to stay patient with my game, because having like all of these awards can be like, oh my gosh, kind of impressing, but no, I just try to keep it up and do my best.
In Muncie, Sam Matlin, NewsLink Indiana.
Thanks, Sam. Tunalum and the team are on the road this weekend as they travel to West Lafayette. And after spending 4 years with the Cardinals, assistant coach Danny Peters is leaving the Ball State men's basketball program to return to the University of Arizona. Peters worked at Arizona for 4 years prior to his arrival in Muncie, making the leap to assistant coach in 2014. He helped Ball State make a 14-win improvement in his second season on the job and achieved a winning record of 68 and 63 in his time here. Wildcat head coach Sean Miller said, quote, "Danny is a man of tremendous character who possesses an incredible work ethic. I'm elated to have Danny rejoin our coaching staff. We all look forward again to working with him again." Ball State has yet to issue an official statement on Peters' departure. And after standout performances against McKendree and Ohio State, senior Matt Walsh of the Ball State men's volleyball team was named MEVA Defensive Player of the Week. This is Walsh's third Player of the Week honor this season and his second time winning Defensive Player of the Week. He accounts for over half of the team's blocks on the season and led the team in that category in both matchups this past weekend. In Ball State's senior night game against 7th-ranked Ohio State on Saturday, Walsh also led the team with 14 kills. Among those 14 was the match-winning kill in the 5th set to cap his final collegiate regular season. The Cardinals finished ranked 11th in the nation and seeded 3rd in the MIVA Conference Tournament. After sweeping McKendree in their match this past Friday, they will face the Bearcats again right here in Muncie this Saturday at 7:30 for the MIVA quarterfinals. And guys, this team is a force to be reckoned with, especially in the MIVA tournament.
Well, fitting that a Ball State senior gets some recognition on senior night, senior weekend, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Josh. Coming up, find out how Ellen has helped yet another internet sensation.
And also an unexpected delivery with a beautiful outcome. Trending is next.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Katie McLaughlin joins us tonight with What's Trending.
Katie, what do you have for us?
Yes, hello guys. Well, the Walmart yodeling boy is at it again. Check this out. From Walmart to the Grand Ole Opry, 11-year-old Mason Ramsey, otherwise known as the Walmart yodeling boy, made an appearance on Ellen today. Ramsey performed his signature song and afterwards was told by Ellen that she would be fulfilling his dreams of singing at the Grand Ole Opry this Saturday. He was nearly brought to tears by the announcement, and he also found out that he will be having a concert at his hometown Walmart in Illinois.
That is the coolest thing about Ellen. You know, she is basically, in a way, a walking, talking Make-A-Wish Foundation. She does so many charitable things like that.
She really does, and I didn't think that the Walmart yodeling boy could get bigger, but Ellen proves that anything is possible.
I completely agree with that, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how that, goes with, his hometown.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And also, last night on his show, Late Night, Seth Meyers talked about the birth of his new son, Axel. He was born on Sunday during a dramatic birthing experience. Meyers tells us how a normal Sunday brunch turned to a surprise delivery in their apartment lobby. Throughout his story, he finds light in the very serious emergency. At one point, Meyers even jokes with his audience that it looked like his wife was quote, hiding a baby in her sweatpants. Now, I think that this was honestly crazy for me. I could not ever imagine anything like that happening with my family.
I don't have kids. I've never been a part of a childbirth, but I can't imagine people walking into the lobby and seeing that.
Exactly.
That'd be crazy. Absolutely. Let's have one final look at weather, Peyton.
You know, guys, spring may be finally here. We're going to see some temperature increase this week, Thursday and Friday, working our way into this weekend, but we will see some showers, and we're going to be back down to some wintry temperatures to start off next work week. So spring may have lasted very short this week for us.
All right, Peyton, thanks so much. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow at noon on Facebook Live for the very latest.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night.